Wow, what a night. I'm excited to be with everyone here tonight to celebrate the opening of the new airport. This incredible building we're in tonight is a product of more than a decade of work by thousands of Pittsburghers, and it's incredible to see what we can do when we work together putting this region first. As I look back on the 12 years that I served as your county executive and the process that got us here today, I think about three critical decisions that were make or break moments for Pittsburgh International Airport. During my first run into 2011, all I heard in the community was, we need to get our hub back. We had this big, beautiful airport that was built for a corporation that no longer exists, for an operation that no longer exists, because they promised to put their corporate headquarters here. It was an airport that prioritized those connecting passengers, those out-of-towners, at the expense of our Pittsburgh residents. And we tried for years every way we could to sell Pittsburgh as a hub, but we just couldn't do it. It wasn't successful. And financially, having lost 70% of our revenue, we were in a financial crisis. And that brings me to decision number one. Leasing the gas deposits under our feet for the royalties and the hundreds of millions of dollars in new revenue changed everything. With this new revenue, we had the resources to attract the type of talented leader that could get us the hub back. And the one I selected was one of the very few who had never run an airport before, not even a small one. And she told us very bluntly, you're not getting the hub back. That's not a good way to go for an interview, but we made a decision because her energy, her enthusiasm, and the determination to succeed sold me on the fact that Christina Casotis was the right person for the job. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Christina and her team got right to work. And now, 10 years later, there are almost twice as many nonstop destinations you could get to and double the frequency and more choices and more markets than ever before when she took over. As Christina took over the airport, she realized it was a couple of decades old, showing its age, and we needed to make major capital improvements. But even with those improvements, we would still have a hub operating facility with an O&D operation. And we discovered that slightly more money, more of an investment, we could actually finally build an airport for Pittsburgh. And that brought us to decision number three. Let's do it. Let's make an airport that finally is for us. And almost a decade ago as we began, in my wildest dreams, I would have never imagined this beautiful Pittsburgh-centric facility that we are in tonight. And I'm proud to say that not only was it built for Pittsburghers, it was built by Pittsburghers. I'm also grateful and want to commend County Executive Inamorata for her leadership as we enter this new era. I'm going to use a Pittsburgh analogy, a Steeler analogy, a football analogy. When my administration took the ball, took the kickoff, we took it all the way down the field into the red zone. But my term came to an end. But now Sarah and her team are taking it across the end zone, across the goal line, into the end zone. And as you look around this room tonight, you see labor leaders, business executives, entrepreneurs, public servants, a cross-section of what Pittsburgh is. This new terminal tells every company, every visitor, every young person with a dream, Pittsburgh is designing for the future. Thank you all for help making this dream a reality. God bless.